guys, it's Mahel here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my business management degree and basically what's happening with it for the remainder of second year. If you haven't already, then make sure to subscribe and turn post notifications on by clicking the subscribe button and then clicking the bell. This ensures that you do not miss out on a single video as soon as it goes live. I'm Mahel Khan, a second year management student at the University of Nottingham, and more specifically, Nottingham University Business School. It can be said that second year is unofficially over, as whilst the university hasn't really said much, they haven't said anything about returning, and given the current state of the coronavirus pandemic and us being at the peak of deaths right now, I think there was something like 900 deaths reported today, it's very unlikely that I'll be returning until September, and even then there is a chance that I might not even return to university in September, and I'm going to make a separate video talking about that. I've been at home for nearly a month now in Dartford. I think I came home something like the 14th of March, and today it's the 11th of April, and this is because the university basically told students, go home to your permanent residence if you can, and don't return until we say so. And luckily, I returned just about 5 days before the UK lockdown measures were announced, meaning that I came home without any problems. But I have not left the house, I've been staying at home, so make sure you stay at home as well. What this basically means is that I haven't had any face-to-face teaching, I've not been able to access things like the library, teaching and learning building, or anything on campus because I've been at home, and so I've been doing my assignments and learning from home. The situation is quite a difficult one because although I am working from home, and a home environment being a different one to the university environment where you are able to access IT resources such as computers, go to the library, go to places like the teaching and learning building, Nottingham University Business School hasn't extended any of my coursework deadlines, unfortunately, and I do have 5 pieces of work to do. So that means that I'm having to basically act as if it's business as usual. No pun intended, by the way. I do personally disagree with this business as usual attitude, as obviously, like I say, working from home is not the same as working at university, as you have to deal with your family distractions and whatnot, and so I'm disappointed that there were no extensions to my coursework. However, it is what it is, and that means that I have 5 pieces of coursework to submit by early May or just before mid-May. I'm not going to speak more about this because if I do, I'll be in big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble. Shout out to the Jose Mourinho fans, but I did actually talk about this more in my last video, so if you haven't already, then make sure to check that out by clicking the info card in this corner, or just go into my channel. It will be a video, something like how the pandemic is affecting my course, so make sure you check that out if you haven't already. Admittedly, I haven't actually started any of my coursework yet, which is kind of bad considering I think the first piece of work that I have due is the 5th of May, and currently it's the 11th of April. So I am going to be starting very soon, but I'm just letting you know right now, I haven't started, which means that I do have 5 pieces to do in basically a month or less. If you've been following me for quite a while, you actually know that I'm quite a last minute person, and yet still somehow I managed to pull through. However, because this semester is more important than any semester I've gone through so far, being the final semester of second year and where it counts, I will be spending more time on my coursework and I won't be doing it last minute. As a result, I pledged to upload videos focusing around me completing my coursework, and these will basically replace the uni vlogs, and this will be for the foreseeable future. I know a lot of you aren't actually really familiar with university assignments. Some of my viewers are actually in uni, and some of you are in sixth form or even doing your GCSE still. So I think this is the right step forward to show you how exactly you do a university assignment, not exactly just how I write it up, but also the research that goes into it. So for example, wider reading, reading news, and so on. And I've said this many times before, reading the news is so important to do well in your degree or even in A-level business. And the reason I say replacing uni vlogs for the foreseeable future is that it's very unlikely I will be returning to university this year, and I might be returning into September. But I say I might because, like I say, there is actually a possibility that the coronavirus pandemic could go on for so long that I'm learning from home in September, which wouldn't be ideal, but it's just a possibility that I have to be prepared for. A recent article from The Guardian headlined, "Forget Freshers Week, Universities Prepare to Teach First Years Online," basically explains that universities have made emergency plans to deliver teaching online and that Freshers Week may not take place. Obviously, with Freshers Week and people just joining university in first year as a whole, you have people coming from all over the world. So let's say someone might be coming from Spain or Italy, where coronavirus is basically quite high in terms of the cases. Some might be coming from America, where it's also high, and so on. And you're just mixing between, because obviously you have to get to know people. And depending on how the next few months pan out, there is a possibility that Freshers Week gets cancelled and people have to learn from home. Now, the significance of this is that although it's really a bummer for freshers, obviously I believe that Freshers Week is a pivotal moment in your university experience, as you do get to know people and make friends potentially for life. It impacts me as well if this does go ahead, because I'll be going into my third year, and being my third and final year is going to be the most important year of my academic life at uni so far. I just want to say that I do feel sorry for those of you who are currently in year 13, because not only have you not been given the opportunity to sit your A-level exams and get your true grades that reflect upon you, you're now having to get predicted grades from your teachers. And I know myself, originally I was actually predicted, I think it was BBC, but I went to my teacher and told her, look, I'm going to get ABB to get into Nottingham, but I need those predicted grades so that I get the offer in the first place. She bumped those grades up, and whereas I was getting DEU in year 12 mocks, I actually ended up getting ABB in my A-levels, and so that got me into the University of Nottingham. So I know that some of you are going to be in a position where you can achieve something like AAB, but you might get predicted BBB, which may not be enough for your university choice. And so it'll be even more of a bummer if you go to, for example, your insurance choice, and even then you can't experience Freshers Week. So to the current year 13s, I do feel for you, don't worry. The business school hasn't actually really said much about this year, let alone next year. So I think I'm going to be doing a dissertation. I think that's how it works. I can't remember if a dissertation is compulsory or not with the business school, but a lot of people do opt for a dissertation, and they haven't said much about this either. But obviously, if things go the way they are going right now, then this can be detrimental to my academic potential and studies, because obviously meeting tutors online over a Microsoft Teams meeting is simply not the same as meeting them in person, where you can literally bring a handout or, for example, a draft of your dissertation and go through it with them then and there, whilst basically getting written notes on your draft to say how you can improve it. Obviously, if you're talking to someone online, then you could be talking about something for about 10 minutes, and then obviously your time's up because someone else has booked up a slot, and then it's more for, oh, just email me this and I'll look at it, and then it takes days to go over it rather than here and there. I'm about as uncertain about my degree as you may be about your degree, or if you're a sixth former, about your A-levels. As I do know, like I said before, obviously you're now just waiting to see what grades you get predicted by your teachers. And if you do have that one teacher that doesn't really like you or doesn't really believe in you, by the way, those are two different things, then you might be in a bit of a tricky situation. So I do empathize with you. The most important thing to note is that we are all in this together. Everyone is impacted by a coronavirus. So if you're a uni student, an A-level student, or a GCSE student, we are all in this together. And part of my channel values is being a community, because my efforts of university and showing to you what I get up to in a day of uni, or when I'm completing an assignment, it isn't an individual effort, it's a collective effort. So when I do read comments on my videos saying keep it up, or you're going to go and get that 2-1 that you want, it really is heartwarming, and I'm more than grateful for those type of comments. And like I say, when I do go and get that 2-1, because it's not a will I, it's a I will mindset, we will have done it together rather than just me. And speaking of doing it together, the most important message from this video is we are in this together, we will get through it together, and also stay at home, save lives, and don't be that wallad that goes out to the park or other public places because a bit of sun has come out. You are endangering other people's lives by doing this, so simply stay at home. Let's get this over with as soon as possible so we can have a nice refreshing summer before we return to business as usual for September. As this year is unofficially prematurely over, I will also be making a year review, basically outlining what I thought of second year. I will take coronavirus into account, but I will be also going over things like the UCU strikes. There were 2 waves of it this year, and other things such as Moodle being down for 3 weeks. And just my general thoughts on second year. It's going to be completely different to first year, as during first year I was just going out a lot, whereas in second year I didn't even go out that much, maybe once a week or sometimes even once every fortnight. But do expect that video to come to you soon, and chances are I won't be waiting till around July to make that video. It will come to you sooner than you think. But that is going to be it for the video, guys and girls. I hope you did enjoy it. I just wanted to get the message out to you guys that we're in this together, we're going to get through it together, and obviously stay at home and save lives. But if you did enjoy the video, then make sure to leave a like, comment below and subscribe. Follow me on my social media. I now have a TikTok. I have not posted on it yet, but on TikTok, follow me. That's at Mahel Khan. Also Instagram and Snapchat at Mahel Khan as well. Twitter at Mahel X, and Facebook official Mahel Khan. All those links will be in the description below. You can interact with me on those social media pages. As long as you are following me, I will get back to you as well. But also let me know in the comments below what kind of videos you want to see from me. As I said before, do you want me to cover a video where I'm talking about Freshers Week and whether it might get cancelled or not? As there is a full article on both The Guardian and Student Room covering this, and I can give you a discussion on this and what I think in more depth. So let me know if you do want to see that in the comments below or on my social media pages. And once again, I've been Mahel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.